Hey everyone. The nature of this video is a little different than my other videos that I've posted. Excuse the background, excuse my hair and everything. I just came from the gym and I just needed to get this word out. I didn't want to wait any longer because the Lord has really been pressing on me to release this video. And I don't want to be disobedient. And I'm also going to say that the things that I say in this video, definitely take it back to the Lord and pray about it. Because I'm not your doctor and I'm also not your God. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just sharing what the Lord has shared with me. And if it convicts you, if it resonates with your spirit, if it serves as confirmation, then glory to God. You know what I mean? But I'm not telling you, hey, stop what you're doing. Hey, like I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just being obedient and I'm sharing what the Lord shared with me concerning this medication as a woman of God, as a Christian. And if you're somebody who you're going to do what you want to do regardless, and you don't really care to seek the Lord about what you decide to do and what you want to do, because you just want to do what you want to do and you don't want to answer to anyone, then this video is not for you. Anyway, let me continue. So let me just give a quick backstory for myself and as far as my weight loss journey and everything like that. So I have been dealing with the spirit of gluttony off and on battle since I was about 10 years old. In my younger 20s, late teens, maybe my early 20s, I did struggle with eating disorders. And this also was something that wasn't just me, but I've seen multiple different women in my family struggle with their relationship with food and their ability to have a normal relationship with food, a healthy relationship with food. So obviously when I was in the world and before seeking God about it and everything like that, I tried to take it into my own hands. I did every diet you can think of. Not every diet. I was vegan. I did keto. I did high protein, low carb. I did Herbalife. I did, what else? I don't know. I just tried a lot of different things, right? And the very first time I tried to lose weight, I did lose weight. I lost 100 pounds naturally, by doing a lot of cardio. I was working out, dieting and stuff. Occasional, eating disorder episodes and stuff like that too was a part of it too. So anyways, this is the backstory. This is the background. And the reason why this is important is because knowing the nature of your weight gain, knowing the nature of why you are overweight, like what is actually happening here. Because as for me, this is something that is bigger and is beyond just a physical manifestation. It's actually the physical manifestation of something way deeper taking place, and something way deeper at work. So by me doing what I need to do on the exterior, it is not handling and dealing with the emotional turmoil, nor is it dealing with, the demonic doors I've opened and just, really fighting this spiritual battle. So let me fast forward into the GLP-1 medication situations. So about 3 months ago, I was on TikTok. I was on social media. I'm not blaming social media either, but I started to see a lot of content resolving GLP-1 medications and GLP-3 medications, retatrutide, cagrilintide, tirzepatide, all of those, right? And I started seeing a lot of peptide content regarding peptides, the GHKCU, the Solank, all of the peptides, peptide communities. I don't know if you know about it or not, but that's something that's really popular right now and it's booming, and I wouldn't be surprised if it becomes mainstream, popular soon. And people are taking these peptides, injecting themselves with these peptides. So I decided, okay, I decided in my heart already that I was going to do it, but I said to myself, I'm going to still pray about it. because just in case type of thing. And that was wrong. You really need to seek the Lord when you're going to do something, whether that is, medication you're putting in your body, whether that has to deal with like a spouse that you are pursuing or that, you need clarity from. It's one thing to say, I'm going to pray about it, I'm going to take it to the Lord, but it's another thing to actually do it. And at that moment, I had already made up in my mind and in my heart what I wanted to do and what I was going to do. So therefore, when I went ahead and prayed, it wasn't a genuine seeking of the Lord for counsel and guidance. It was really just, oh, let me do this so I can just say that I did it, so I can kind of just feel better in my conscience that I've prayed about it, when I really didn't like seek the Lord regarding it. So I decided I was going to do it. And this was around like maybe late November. So December rolls around, December 8th. I remember my products came, and I started taking it on December 8th. And I started taking it. I didn't feel no type of way. I'm like, okay, let's get it. Like, it's about to be lit. Like, I'm still going to eat right. I'm still going to work out, like all of the things. And I'm just going to use this to help me as a tool. And I had seen like a few other creators who were Christian as well. And this was my fault on my end, but I had seen them post about their journeys taking peptides too. So I was like, oh, for sure. Like, this has to be cool then. Like, like not cool, but like this has to be like, this is okay. Like, like God will approve of this, like of me doing it, because, other brothers and sisters are doing it. Granted, it's like, if you're going to jump off the cliff, if they're going to jump off the cliff, you're going to jump off the cliff too. Like, it was given very much. And that just also goes to show how like our flesh can be so deceiving. Like, when you want to do something, like your flesh is going to come up with every reason why, okay, you could do it. Like, see, like you could do it. But no. So, I continued taking the medication, and the medication was like, starting to, actually it took a while for it to start to suppress my appetite, because I was taking retatrutide, and it took a while for it to actually start to suppress my appetite. So maybe by the third week, I started taking cagrilintide with the retatrutide, and the cagrilintide is an additional appetite suppressant. So I started taking that with the retatrutide together. And I remember taking it, and that at that point, it was working. Like, it was working. I was like, oh yeah, this is working. Like, whatever, I'm taking it, nothing, right? No issues, right? So then, I remember talking to my mom, because mind you, I said that this is gluttony and like health, fitness, diet. This is something that I've been like dealing with, and also something I've been very vocal about on my social media platforms. Since I've had social media, I've always been on some kind of like weight loss journey, doing something health fitness wise. When I was vegan, I posted about it, like everything. Like when I was keto, the weight I lost when I lost 100 pounds, and then when I lost 60 pounds, like it's all very much been very publicized on my platforms. So I remember talking to my mom about it, and I'm like, this is kind of like deceptive. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I had made a peptide page on TikTok, because I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to be deceptive, so I want to talk about it online. That way, people can, see what I'm doing, and like, it just doesn't feel like a secret. It doesn't feel deceptive. So I remember I made that page, and my mom shut me down. Like, she was like, XYZ, a full list of reasons why I did not need to have that page and everything. So I'm like, okay, well, if I don't do the page, but I'm still taking the peptide, and then I have a Holy Fitness Instagram account where I post biblical encouragement and motivation for diet and exercise and, well, everything wellness. So I have that page, and I'm like, if I post from this page, but then in secret I'm taking GLP-1, GLP-3 medication, like that's deceptive. Like, that's deceptive. And I, in my heart, like, I've never been the one to like try to scam or lie or like try to ever look like something I'm not. So that really, 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 it really bothered me. It really bothered me. Like, it really bothered me inside. So I remember I was really talking to my mom like maybe a good half an hour, just going back and forth, like, what do I do about the page? She's like, I don't know what you're gonna do about the page, but don't make no peptide page posting about what you're doing and all that and all that. Like, everybody don't need to know everything, which true. But like, you know, so I just kept going back, like, well, what about the page? What about the page? And I just kept thinking, like, what about the page? And that night I went to work, and as I was driving to work, no. Sorry, rewind. So after we had that conversation, I had went to my room and I was like cleaning my room and everything. And I listened to this video by Lisa Bevere, and love Lisa Bevere, okay? So good. I resonate with so much of like her testimony. I'm going to try to find the video. I'll probably put the thumbnail somewhere on the screen. This video, it's actually called This Will Change Your Spiritual Life in 2026. She posted it 2 weeks ago, but I love to put on videos when I'm like cleaning, straightening up, like, you know, doing my nails, doing my hair, like whatever I'm doing. I like to put on Christian podcasts and videos and listen to them and sermons and stuff. So I put this on, and mind you, the title just says This Will Change Your Spiritual Life in 2026. It didn't say how to be free from eating disorders. It didn't say, you know, fasting. It didn't say anything about health, fitness. All it said was, this will change your spiritual life in 2026. That's all it said. And from the first second of the video, she went in to talk about how she had eating disorders. And I was like, and of course that kind of like hooked and caught me and reeled me in, because I'm like, I struggled with the same thing in my early 20s. So I listened to the whole video, and it's really good. I really recommend listening to it and watching it. But I just remember at the end of the video, I started thinking about like, you know, my weight loss, the struggles I've had with weight loss. And I started thinking about even, you know, the issues I had with the binging and eating disorders and everything. So I started thinking about how my mom struggled to have a healthy relationship with food. You know, my grandmother struggled to have a healthy relationship with food. You know, my aunt, she also had some struggles. So it's a generational thing. Like, it's evident it's a generational thing. This is not something that is just me. And I had to really think about it, and I'm like, you know, like, I don't want my daughter to have to deal with this. Like, I want it to end with me. Like, I don't want my daughter to have to deal with this. I don't want this to continue to get passed on the bloodline. Like, you know, this really, you know, is spiritual. So mind you, I'm thinking this in my head. Like, I'm not really like saying like, you know, like, this is spiritual. I'm done. I'm not going to do the medication. I'm just thinking about it like, okay, like, that's in the back of my head. So I'm driving to work, and I'm working night shift at the time. So I'm driving to work. This is around like maybe like 10:25. And then I hear the Lord say, this is bigger than weight loss. This is bigger than weight loss. And during the process of this weight loss, I am doing things in you that can only be done during this process. And during this process, the things that I am building inside of you, things that I am instilling inside of you during this process, you're going to need for the rest of your life. You are going to need in the other areas of your life. The things that I am building in you now, you will need in business, you will need in marriage, you will need in your friendships, you will need in ministry. So it's so much bigger. And then when he said that, and he said, this is bigger than your weight loss. And he said, if you do not go through this process, these things will not be added unto you. So first of all, I was shook. And when I went on to meditate on it and think about it, it makes so much sense, because like, even the confidence aspect, right? Because like, okay, yes, I'm confident, but there's a different type of confidence. Mind you, I lost 100 pounds. I lost 60 pounds. I know, like, there's a different type of confidence you have when you've lost a large sum of weight naturally, right? And now this is not just about like being confident in like a vanity or worldly aspect of it, but when you have done and achieved something of that nature, it kind of helps you to have that confidence, like, I can accomplish something. You know what I mean? Like, I can accomplish something, I can achieve something, I can stick something out, even when it's hard, up until completion, right? And it gives you a measure of confidence. So, you know, there's a confidence that is being built in that process. There is a discipline that is being built in that process. And we know you need discipline in so many different areas of your life. You need discipline and not only just the way that you eat and being able to get up and work out when you don't feel like it. You need discipline when you need to save your money, when you really want to spend it. Doing whatever you need to do. It takes discipline. So there's so many different areas of my life where God is using this moment right now to build me up and equip me with the things that I'm going to need in that later journey in my life. Not even the later journey in my life, because I might need it like next year. But He's equipping me and instilling me, and He's preparing me, and He's pruning me, and He's working. So it's like, okay, right now, like, I might not see it. I might not understand or see His hand and where He's orchestrating and moving things around. But He was letting me know that there is a process happening through this thing, and He is working, and He is moving, and He is orchestrating, and He is aligning. And if I skip this process of, you know, allowing myself to be pruned and broken and crushed in this way, I am essentially not going to receive the things I would receive through that process. And to me, I'm like, I want everything God has for me. Like, and I always been on that type of time. Like, you know, I mess up, I stumble, like, I'm not perfect, but at the end of the day, like, I don't want to miss out. Like, I want everything that God has for me and some. Like, I want, when I get to heaven, I want my crown, and I want some jewels on the crown. Like, I want some gold VVS's. Like, so no, let me stop. But like, no, for real, like, I want to do well in the Lord. Like, I want to excel in the Lord. I want to hear, well done, my good and faithful servant. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fall short. So when He told me that, I'm like, I have to go through this process. That is just something that I have to do. So I'm sharing this today, and I know this video is long-winded, and I might have been like a little bit all over the place, but I'm sharing this today because if you're a woman and you're watching this, or if you're a man watching this, I don't believe you saw this video by mistake. I believe that the Lord may have been trying to communicate this to you, but sometimes it's hard when you have a thing decided already within your heart. When you have a desire and it's already decided within your heart, and you've already decided that that's what you want to do and that's what you want, He's not going to go against it. He's not going to force your hand. He's going to watch what you're doing. And if that is truly what you desire and what you want to do, He'll let you do it. But out of His loving kindness, grace, and mercy, He convicts us. He will convict us when we're on the wrong path. When we veer off to the left or veer off to the right, He will convict us so that we keep walking in the straight and narrow. Because you don't really realize it, but every piece of our walk and the choices and the decisions that we make matter. And you might not see it now, but in the future, you will. And you will recognize, and you will be thankful that you did things the Lord's way instead of what was right in your sight, right? Because we're human and we don't know best. God knows best. His thoughts are higher than ours. So if you're watching this, I pray that you take this to the Lord yourself, and just pray about it and see what the Lord reveals to you. I also have a fitness Instagram and TikTok I post on there as well. I'll put them in the video somewhere. I am on like a little social media sabbatical. I'm posting on YouTube, but my social media handles I'm not posting on until maybe next month. But I encourage you to follow those if you are on a fitness journey, loss journey, and wellness journey with the Lord. This was something I said I was going to do. So to be honest, I don't even know how I got off track like that. But glory to God, like when you genuinely want His will concerning a thing, He will make sure that you receive His will concerning a thing. He will guide you and lead your steps. So I really don't even, fear. And I know at one point I did have a little bit of anxiety with it a little bit, because I was like, dang, like at least, with the medication, I felt like it gave me a false sense of security, like to make me feel and believe like, okay, actually, it's going to happen now. But how much more so can the Lord do the thing. Like, you know what I mean? How much more so can the Lord be the one to, you know, help you overcome and conquer when he's the one who created the organic original GLP-1 hormone in our bodies, right? And the peptides and the medications and the GLP-1s and GLP-3s, those are fake. Like, those are fake. Those are made up of God knows what, and pumped into our bodies with no real long-term studies, and you don't know the long-term effects it's going to have on your organs. You don't know the long-term effects it's going to have on your brain. You don't know the long-term effects it's going to have on your reproductive system, and how it could even affect maybe your unborn children, and you know what I mean, further interfere with their livelihood. So it's really something, when you think about it, it's something you really don't want to play with. And I'm just glad and I'm thankful to the Lord that he revealed what he revealed to me, because I also don't want to get in the way of what he's doing in me. Like, Lord, have your way. My camera ended up dying, so I wasn't able to properly close out the video, but I just want to thank you for watching, and I also just want to encourage you to take this word to the Lord and pray about it. Seek him about it for yourselves, because ultimately we do not want to be outside of the will of God. God bless you. And also, if you are on a fitness journey as a Christian and you want extra biblical encouragement and recipes as well as workouts, follow my Holy Fitness page on my Instagram and TikTok as well. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.